I had a friend that became an engineer for aerospace, and one of the things he said to me is that he wished he had read more and wrote more when he was in high school. And because it doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter if you're an engineer or a math major or whatever, you still have to read. And to read critically is something that, you know, I think it's being minimized more and more. Somebody once said that, or I read somewhere, that high school students will basically read more than ever. They have read more words than ever because of Facebook and media, social media. But what they read is so contrary to what we used to have. We used to be people of literacy, people that would actually be, they would call them graduates of literacy, you know, things of that sort. And I don't see that happening as much anymore.
On to item number 2, the panel discussion I see has been moved to Wednesday the 13th.
I'm proposing that, and we have confirmed with Greg's folks at Placer High School.
One Book, One Community started as a Rotary project, actually, from the Auburn Rotary Club. And the idea was to have a formal celebration or a demonstration of our commitment to literacy in Auburn. And Rotary is an international organization that has 1.4 million members around the world, and they have 6 international goals. One of the goals is to improve literacy and education in the world. So it just made sense that in Auburn we should do something to promote literacy. It helped that Steve Grunmeyer and myself were both former employees of the high school district. And so literacy has been a part of our entire life. And so we just decided to start this project. The idea is bring the community together around a book, have people in the community read the book, and then have a series of events where people can discuss the book or events that were a part of the book or an outgrowth of the book.
Yes,
Taz got a Comcast on it.
Okay.
The concern is that literacy
Rick Brown, who's our panel,
is important for me because I think what has happened is media is now becoming our literacy, and the written word has no longer primary in literacy. And so there's so many opportunities to slant, to bias media, whereas there's a little bit more critical analysis is needed when you read literature, when you have to analyze literature, and you have much more of a personal response. Whereas media, because of the visual part of it, doesn't ask the viewer to be that critical. It's more of entertainment, and it doesn't give the opportunity to actually critically analyze literature. And so that's why I got involved in it.
she was like 19 or something, and she was started as a counselor, and then she's been a art
But
teacher.
a lot of it is the back-end design stuff, and then I do all the negotiations behind the scene as far as contracts, if there's anything that we need to do. For example, last year we had a beekeeper's dinner at an event, so I did all of the stuff behind the scenes to get in contract with the venue, the caterer, and plan all of that. I did all the logistics of sending out the event information. I managed all of the event RSVPs, and then contracts such as bringing the author out, so I do all the back-end stuff, getting that person into a contract with us to come out, and then as well as all their travel accommodations. I think we've done a really clever job of coming up with events that complement what you read in the book and creating an experience that is beyond just reading a book. And so getting to meet the author is huge. Getting to ask questions about, what was it like when you were at that, point in the book, or why you wrote that sentence, and just having that access is huge. That's kind of neat to take home. I think the access that I have to these authors and then the subject is something that I don't take for granted, because these people are pretty fascinating, amazing people, and just getting to know them on a pretty personal level, and putting on these events has just been something that I will take with me forever, in addition to the extra books that I read because of One Book, One Community. I think that would be neat to have as a space.
I have to make sure he's available for that.
It's been remarkable as far as just the growth of One Book, One Community, because we started You know, I think we probably maybe had, with all the events and everything, with our first author, between 300 to 400 people coming to different events. And this last one, we had over 1,000 between the movie and the panel and the dinner, and as well as the author's night. So people are talking about one book, one community. Matter of fact, I get asked all the time, you know, what is the book this year? So it's something that I think that, you know, like Auburn's known for being an endurance capital. I hope that someday they will be the literacy capital. So.